Welcome to Inside the Huddle. I'm Mike Joseph for the Lafayette Sports Network and GoLeopards.com, and it is here. It is the week of football. We are getting ready for Bowling Green this week. Going to be a good trip out to Bowling Green in Ohio. Going to opportunity to play against an FBS team and a great opportunity for Lafayette to pick up where they left off. They won 2 out of 3 games at the end, lost to Lehigh, but again, a brand new year, 2025 season, the 4th season for Coach John Troxell and his staff, all still together, and what that means is continuity, and it means getting the right people in the right position. So let's talk about special teams, which I think are huge. When I was coaching, you had to have depth on special teams. Your twos that are on the field oftentimes against an FBS team will be going against a lot of ones, especially returners. So the guys running down on a kickoff, the guys covering punts or punt returning have to be special that week, and that's what special teams is all about. So if we look at punt return, we talk about depth. We just talked about that. Have the proper guys running down. So if we're covering kicks, we're gunners, we got to get to the football, create a fair catch, make sure we get the proper snap, no problems there. Special teams were an issue last year, and if we're spreading out, we got to make sure that we're spreading out and staying in our lanes, creating an east-west returner. Can't allow any gaps, can't get pushed out of your gap, create a gap in the middle. Got to have a good snap, got to get down the field and make tackles. This is so important to keep that punt returner running east and west. Or if Lafayette wants to directional kick and kick that ball inside the 10-yard line, left or right, directional kick. Even if you kick the ball out of bounds, it's got to start with them starting with 0 field position. In other words, on the other side of their 50. Same thing with kickoff. This is all about attitude. I call it attitude and then technique. Attitude is so much more important at the time than technique. You've got to have the right attitude. Again, whether you're contained, got to remain uncontained, getting down the field, making sure even one of these guys comes across and ends up being a safety on that side. The kicker might be the safety on this side. Again, staying in your lanes, not creating any seams. If this tackle wants to kick you out, you've got to be able to cross face. Same thing, if this guard comes down, wants to kick you in, you've got to be able to cross face and get back in your lane. A lot of times you get pushed out of your lane, you've got to get back in your lane. Again, creating east-west. If we can get a touchback, I'll take 4 or 5 touchbacks in the opening game. Do not allow them to return the football. On the other side, if we are the returners, these 2 guys are so important. A lot of times they're freshmen, they're younger guys. You've got to have the right idea. Hang tight. If the ball hangs, fair catch the football, move the football out and get a good starting position. Don't try to, if you fumble the ball, drop the ball, those type of things, you got to get what you can, but you cannot make bad decisions back here. Special teams are so important, whether it's punt return, kickoff, or kickoff return. It is so important to make sure that you have the right attitude and the right drive to get down, because again, the difference in a lot of these FBS, FCS games are depth when it comes to special teams. There's 20 to 25 plays a game that are special teams, and they are so important. Cannot give up 7 on any of these. And if anything, we can get a turnover. Lafayette had 23 turnovers. They caused 23 last year. A few of them on special teams, and Mason Keener with a monstrous punt return against Marist changed that game as well. Special teams, the name of the game, travel into an FBS opponent on opening day. We'll see you there.